Saturday, Joan Rivers finds a new life and love on the Love Boat. Then a country singer will do anything to see his name in lights on Fantasy Island.
You look forward to a day in the park with your young family, but your first child just won't join in the fun. You thought it would pass, but in fact, sibling rivalry is a leading cause of childhood depression. So if your child shows 2 or more of these signs, fatigue or hyperactivity, no appetite, constant physical complaints or difficulty sleeping, lack of interest in friends, hobbies, or schoolwork, he may need professional help. And the sooner he gets help, the shorter the treatment. He'll participate in play therapy that helps him to work through his anger toward his parents and eventually allows him to enjoy his new baby sister.
Tonight, advertising for love.
Please write.
Can a classified cure your lonely heart? Plus Mel Torme, swinging in a class by himself. And Geraldo Rivera in Alaska, roughing it with modern American pioneers.
We may be hogs, but we get along.
On 2020 tonight.
Don't let fleas infest your home. Get the two-fisted flea killer, Decon Flea Kill. This one Decon Father not only knocks out biting fleas, but stops hatching eggs from becoming fleas. For 75 days, Decon Flea Kill stops infestation from hatching eggs, hidden in your furniture and rugs, kills biting fleas, and stops hatching eggs. Get the two-fisted flea killer, Decon Flea Kill.
You're looking at a remarkable new ham from Wilson Foods. Remarkable because it may be the leanest ham you'll ever taste. 93% fat-free, yet full of flavor and natural juices. From the first slice to the very last, totally delicious. If you like ham that's lean and juicy, but you don't like fat, try the new Wilson ham. 93% fat-free. Remarkable.
Indulge yourself with Eye on Hollywood. It's sensuous, extravagant, revealing. Eye on Hollywood. Feel the magic tonight at 8.
The Art of Negotiation, this week at 11.
We've just located Sully.
Well, some good news for a change. How'd you manage that?
Well, since Vanessa's decided to testify against him, we're getting some help from our street contacts.
You want us to bring him in?
Is he alone?
Yes, he's hiding out in a motel on the edge of town.
All right, no, not yet. If we arrest Sullivan now, then Preacher and Jody's lives are going to be worthless tomorrow. Put a 24-hour watch on that motel.
Well, Mr. Etheridge, you didn't see fit to join me at the theater last night after all.
Geraldine, I'm really sorry about that, but you see, I am a victim of circumstances.
Your accent, why are you talking like that?
I have come here to tell you the truth and to throw myself on your mercy. My real name is Dell Emerson. I'm Preacher's daddy.
I can't believe this.
Geraldine, I am in very deep trouble. The police are looking for me. I stole that ruby from a man I was doing time with. Harlan Sullivan. We used to call him Sully. Now he's out, and he's looking for me. He's kidnapped my boy and Jody.
To force you to give him the ruby.
I confess, I was gonna run away. I've run away from things all my life. I was in that bus station. I had my ticket, I had everything ready to go, and I just couldn't do it.
And the money, I suppose, is in that suitcase. You could give it to this Sully person. Why come to me?
Well, there was no guarantee that he was going to let him go.
You put those 2 children in danger. You miserable fake.
I understand how you feel. But please believe that my affection for you...
How dare you talk to me about that?
I understand. Geraldine, I don't have any cons left. I need help to save Jody and my son.
Chief Mallory, please.
Chief Mallory.
Derek, Geraldine Saxon calling.
Oh, yes, Geraldine. How are you? What can I do for you?
I'm told you're looking for a man named Del Emerson.
Yes, I am. I've been looking for him for months.
You can stop looking. Mr. Emerson is sitting in my office.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way, and by dark, sparkling Folgers crystals.
Los Angeles. Stars and cars, and one of the world's most famous great restaurants, Perino's. Tonight, we're secretly replacing the fine coffee they usually serve with Folgers crystals. Are dark, sparkling Folgers crystals rich enough to top off a fabulous meal? Watch.
It is delicious.
It's rich, it's mellow, it's very rich.
It's Folgers crystals.
That's instant?
Is it available in the stores now?
We're going to buy some Folgers coffee crystals.
I still don't believe it.
This is what diners at famous Perino's restaurant in Los Angeles told us about Folgers crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
I feel sick. 4 pancakes, 6 sausages, and 3 eggs are inclined to have an adverse effect on your body, Rich.
It's not the pancakes, it's all these greasy dishes. How are we ever going to get them clean?
Let's not panic. We've got Dawn. Look, Dawn scatters grease. It fights hard to take grease out of the way. Help keep it away. See, Dawn got the grease.
Look what I found on the moose.
So wash it.
After 4 million greasy dishes, this looks as good as the one you washed earlier. And my hands don't feel greasy. Grilled trout. Who's gonna clean them?
I clean the dishes.
And you clean the fishes.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Richard, we're farther from the highway than ever.
Hey, that's okay. I mean, since Markham knows we got out, it's the first place he's gonna look.
Yeah, but we can't stay here.
I know. Listen, you ever been this lake before?
Yeah, I've been here with Miles and Nicole and Adam on picnics and things, but we've always been around on the other side.
I mean, all this empty space, there must be some houses or something around, right?
Well, I think that this is state property, and they bought it to build a park or something, but the funding fell through.
Well, you know, that's a real shame. Look at all this beautiful land going to
All
waste.
right, can we admire the scenery another time?
All right, tell me something. How far does this stretch?
Well, I think that there's a marina a few miles down that way, and there should be a lot of people there.
So then what you're saying, if we cross this main road, we can follow the shoreline.
Yeah. Do you think I could rest a minute?
Babe, take all the time you want, okay?
He's not going to take us back to the old restaurant.
Come on. We got out of there once, we get out of there again, right? Huh?
He's just going to kill us.
No, he isn't. Now, come on. Now, don't talk like that. We're going to get out of this, all right? Huh?
I'm so tired.
I know. Here. rest for a while, okay? All right? Come here. Just rest for a while. And I'll keep a lookout, all right? Huh?
How much is this thing worth, anyway? Would you believe $150,000?
This is the real ruby? Absolutely. We had it appraised. Well, that is,
No wonder Sully was after your tail.
You know, it's a minor point, but I cannot figure out how you got a guy like Sully to tell you where he hid that thing.
well, a little flattery and a lot of bonded bourbon.
Bourbon in prison?
Oh, well, that's really very easy. All you got to do is...
Never mind.
So the minute you got out, you took the stone.
That I did.
And then Sully sent Markham to Monticello to trace you through Preacher.
And then finally Sully gets out of prison himself and he comes looking for you.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I've been hiding at the Whitney Theater.
Right under Sully's nose.
And ours.
Yeah, if I'd known that that other fellow was up there play acting all the time, I'd let that place see the back of my heels fast.
Nonsense. You were too busy conning Geraldine out of $150,000. That's why you stayed. You wanted that money before you get out of town.
No, that was a fair exchange, after all. I mean, that stone is genuine.
Oh, that makes everything all right, huh?
Well, it made me feel better.
Your ethics are impressive, Mr. Emerson.
And what about Jody? And what about your own son? You are responsible for what's happened to them.
I know that, Doc. I didn't want to get them involved, honest. But I had no other place to turn. If there was just something I could do, if I could just help in some way.
You not only can, but you're going to. And I'm going to do you a big favor in return.
What?
I'm not going to put you in jail for resisting arrest or for trying to defraud Geraldine.
Well, I tell you, now that's mighty generous of you.
Me. You're going to help me get Sully and Markham. And you're going to find out where those kids are being held. Calvin, I want you to requisition a homing device and some directional finding equipment. Chris, organize 3 teams of cars to follow that signal. Get to it now.
Yes, sir.
Con? Well, now, who am I supposed to con?
Your old cellmate, Sully.
Hey, hey, it's okay. Preacher's here.
How long have I been asleep?
Not long, you know.
Well, let's get going.
Hey, rest a while, you know. Markham comes by every once in a while, but he doesn't know what happened to us.
Well, no, I want to go. Come on, the sooner the better.
Listen, this is what happens when you sign up for the economy tour, all right? Huh?
Well, next time I go first class.
Bet on that. Come on. Let me help you up. Come here.
You know when you're watching your weight, but you get that little kind of pang to eat just a little something?
Yeah, like 400,000 chocolate chip cookies.
But you don't want to do that. So when that hunger hits, try this.
Sugar-free A&W. It's not like any diet drink I've ever had. It's a rich, creamy, delicious treat.
But just 1 calorie and that frosty mug sensation.
It's absolutely edible.
And if you have enough of this, then every once in a while you can have some of this.
But you don't want to do that.
Sugar-free A&W. It's absolutely edible. Here's Jill, one of our cheerleaders. Jill doesn't have much to cheer about because she's wearing one of those saggy diapers that leak. Well, Jill, try Huggies. Huggies diapers are form-fitting, and they're thick and absorbent. with soft, gentle elastic at the leg. So Huggies hug to help stop leaking and help keep babies happy. Now Jill's shouting about Huggies. 2, 4, 6, 8. Huggies diapers sure are great. Right, Jill?
Yep. That checks out okay, Calvin. Signal's coming in loud and clear.
Okay, Harry, you can give it to him.
All right. Now, Mr. Emerson, here, I'm putting this little transmitter in your jacket pocket.
Right.
Now, make sure at all times that it's out of sight.
Yeah? Oh, that's interesting, you know. It's the first time I've ever been on this side of the law. Boy, that's an ingenious little gadget. I bet there's a lot of uses you could put that thing to.
Emerson, get that look off your face or I'll slap you in a jail cell now.
Yes, sir.
You got any idea how you're going to con Sully?
Well, I usually just let things kind of take their course.
I know.
Oh, now, Geraldine, please.
All right, let's get on with it here. Don't let Sully know you got that unless there's no other way.
Oh, Chief, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. Don't you tell me how to do mine. Oh, I tell you, that's a beautiful little thing, isn't it?
Emerson, you're our only chance, so please.
Dr. Kavanaugh, there was a day when I would have promised everything, taken this Ruby, gone out that door, and run like a whippet. Those 2 kids have taught me to see things different. I won't let them down.
All right, thank you. All right, we all set? Chris, make sure your units stay out of sight of the motel. Now, if Del here can get Sully to take him to where the kids are...
If? My dear sir, I have been doing this kind of thing for 40 years.
Then you follow. But again, stay way back until he reaches the kids. He'll send off a second signal, and that'll be for all 3 units to move in. Is that clear?
Right.
Got it. Yes, sir, Chief.
All right, Calvin. Chris is going to keep in touch with you. You keep in touch with me and Miles here. Let's move out.
Okay.
Geraldine, I will stay in touch with you, so don't you worry.
Thank you, Jerry.
What do you think? Can Emerson do it?
He's going to have to do it.
Darlene, where have you been all day?
Asleep, it appears, for some time.
What's the matter?
Raven, we silly, fragile human beings only want to know what we want to know, and nothing more.
Well, Peter Nevins is sleeping off a bottle of vodka in his office.
Yes, well, it doesn't surprise me that he would try to solve his problems in that way. I fired him.
Good for you.
And I want him out of this building as soon as he can function.
Well, he'll be out of the building before 5. He has an appointment.
I have written a retraction for the 5 o'clock news, which I will deliver myself. Although it's not at all likely it will do much good. Undoubtedly, the ratings will plummet. And also, undoubtedly, there will be an FCC inquiry. Furthermore, it wouldn't surprise me at all if my car sued the station.
Oh, no, he wouldn't do that.
Geraldine, there is something else, though, isn't there?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Giles Etheridge is not Giles Etheridge at all, but a slick con man named Del Emerson.
What?
It's true. Like an idiot, I allowed myself to be conned into a scheme in which I was separated from $150,000 in cash in exchange for a ruby that was not his to sell. I should have known.
Geraldine.
Skylar, I know. When the heart rules, the mind is chained. In any case, Derek is handling the case now, and I'll get my money back.
But what about your heart?
Maybe not. For a while.
Well, if it's any comfort to you, you got us.
I know, and I'm grateful for that. Even though you are sometimes delinquent. Anyway, now I know how to solve at least one of my problems.
How?
I think I am going to take Mr. Mayhew's offer and sell WMON while I can.
Who is it? Dale. And I'm alone. You better be. I'm alone, I tell you.
Pretty smart, aren't you?
Well, now, look, Sully, I got a few contacts in Monticello myself, you know.
I was quite surprised to see you last night at the theater.
Well, I gotta admit, I was slightly surprised myself.
Slightly? Hey, man, you should have seen your face. Here's Steve and I've been tracking you all over, and all of a sudden, right there you are.
Well, I've been there right along. Not more than 100 feet from where you were play acting all the time.
Yeah, I used to do some nightclub performing back in the old days.
Yeah, I remember.
Adele, you got something that belongs to me. And where is it?
Where are my son and his girl?
Just say what you came to say.
I want Preacher and Jody safe.
Now, how would you go about doing that, Del? I mean, you want that boy more than I want that stone.
I'm going to give you that ruby after you give me a guarantee of their safety.
There's only one thing wrong with that, Del.
What?
Past experience tells me that you just aren't trustworthy.
Oh, now, look here, Sully. I made one mistake. You sure are making me pay for it. You get the ruby when those two are safe and sound. How does that take you?
Mrs. Powell never tried Charmin. Watch me get her. Look out!
Oh, what is this?
Charmin. It just slipped. Oh. Haven't you ever tried it?
No. Is it soft?
Squeeze it.
It is soft.
And?
And cushiony.
And?
And squeezable.
Gotcha. See? Just squeeze the Charmin, and I got you.
Charmin. The squeezing gets you, the softness keeps you.
Okay, milk. Right. Egg. Right. Bounty. Bargain towels. Wrong. Rosie, they're cheaper than Bounty. Come on, you're going to learn the difference between right and wrong. Watch. A penny's worth of Bounty against a penny's worth of an average bargain brand. The cheaper brand just can't absorb as much. But that penny's worth of Bounty's still absorbing. So Bounty can be cheaper to use. Right. Bounty's the best way I know to save dough. Right. You're learning.
For many of the discomforts that trouble your stomach,
indigestion,
there's one thing to remember for relief. Pepto-Bismol.
upset stomach.
Pepto-Bismol.
Diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. It coats, soothes, relieves. For all these stomach discomforts, there's one thing to remember for relief. Pepto-Bismol.
Well, it looks like we're kind of a standoff here, doesn't it, Dill?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, okay, look. You give me the ruby, and I phone Steve and tell him to release Jody and Preacher. Is that fair enough?
Not quite.
Why not?
Look, it's got to be an equal exchange on the spot when they go free.
What's to stop me from killing you right now and taking the ruby?
Oh, now look, do I look stupid enough to have that right here with me like it was spare change?
No, wait a minute. I released Jody and Preacher, and you don't have the ruby here to hand over to me? Then how are we going to solve that, huh, Dale?
As soon as I know that the two of them are free, either you or Markham can go for that ruby. Then I become your hostage.
Okay. All right, we'll go to Jody and Preacher.
Geraldine, I think by selling the station now, you'd be making a big mistake.
Yeah, why not just ride out the storm?
Because I have the feeling it's going to go on too long. The chance to sell, especially at Mr. Mayhew's price, it doesn't come along every day, even under the best of circumstances. No. The time to sell is now, if his offer still stands. Carol, would you get me Alf Mayhew at Uninet, please? Thank you.
All right, so you sell the station. What then?
I'll take up backgammon.
That'll be the day.
Then I'll go to Corsica.
Why Corsica?
I've never been there. Yes. Oh, thank you. Mr. Mayhew, it's Geraldine Saxon calling. I would like to talk to you about your offer to buy WMON, but first of all, I would like to know if you are aware of the trouble we're in. Yes. Well, I tried to give you a hint of that this morning, and I will understand perfectly if you withdraw the offer before the 72 hours. I see, then the offer still stands. All right, then. I accept. I will sell WMON to Uninet.
Chief Mallory. Yes, Stoner. What have you got? Uh-huh. All right, thanks.
What is it?
Stoner just got a report from Chris. Emerson and Sully are on the move. It looks like the con is working.
I took Rolaids for 10 years. Now I get better relief from Tempo.
With Tempo, no more Tums.
It took remarkable Tempo to make these heartburn and gas sufferers switch.
Tempo's soft, not hard and chalky. So it dissolves fast, fights acid and gas.
And the soft Tempo form holds more medicine than the leading tablet. 75% more acid-relieving medicine.
Better relief than Rolaids or Tums.
Switch to better relief. Switch to soft Tempo.
Look for the rainbow of savings at Sears. Silver Unicorn for juniors and Mrs. Velour tops.
On sale.
What a sale.
Classic Oxford cloth shirts. Colorful cotton polo shirts, only $9.99, save $6. Save $5 on skirts and pants, too. Mrs. Velour tops, only $8.99. Sensational shades.
And $5 savings.
Silver Unicorn for juniors.
Mrs. Velour tops.
Get them before we do.
Through Saturday at Sears.
Great day in the morning, in the afternoon.
On Loving.
You know, I'm really looking forward to the rest of our dating. Not to mention our night.
But how can Meryl share a lifetime with Doug when she can't forget the passion of loving?
So how far is this marina?
Oh, a couple miles. We should be able to see it pretty soon because the shore starts to curve.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about that, dude. We left him in the dust. Come on.
Looks like you missed the boat, preacher man!
Mr. Brinker, a new selection of cheddar.
Cheese lovers love a choice.
Why, Mr. B? Cheetos cheese-flavored snacks?
No, new Cheetos with a choice of great cheddar taste. Try new charm, tangy, and new mellow cheddar.
Why, it melts in my mouth.
And tradition.
Delicious! How do you choose?
Who chooses?
Nobody pleases a cheese lover like Cheetos. Now in 3 tasty choices.
Step into something irresistible. Step into Diet Pepsi. Step into something irresistible. Step into Diet Pepsi. Put your lips to that Pepsi taste. Slip into that 1-calorie waste. Slip into something irresistible. Slip into Diet Pepsi.
See what swimsuits can do for some of the world's most fabulous bodies on Eye on Hollywood. Then Muriel and Monroe's motorcycle wind up in a race with the stork on Too Close for Comfort. And a reunion with Reggie's high school pals changes his life on Reggie. After, Sam becomes the victim of a medical mix-up on It Takes Two, tonight, here on ABC.
Tonight, advertising for love. Please write. Can a classified cure your lonely heart? Plus Mel Torme, swinging in a class by himself. And Geraldo Rivera in Alaska, roughing it with modern American pioneers.
We may be hogs, but we get along.
On 2020 tonight.
On One Life to Live,
Oh, I don't want to think about anybody else but you.
a happy marriage could be destroyed if anger leads to passion. And on the edge of night, the nightmare continues when Jody and Preacher have to fight for their lives.
Come on! Come on!
One Life to Live, The Edge of Night, weekdays.
Joan Rivers makes a big splash on the Love Boat and on Fantasy Island. They're kicking up their heels in a real country western hoedown. Saturday.
Look for the rainbow of savings at Sears. Silver unicorn for juniors and Mrs. Velour tops.
On sale.
What a sale.
Classic Oxford cloth shirts. Colorful cotton polo shirts, only $9.99, save $6. Save $5 on skirts and pants, too. Mrs. Velour tops, only $8.99. Sensational shades.
And $5 savings.
Silver unicorn for juniors.
Mrs. Velour tops. Get them before we do.
Through Saturday at Sears.
Thursday, see the world's most exotic swimwear and take a blissful look at celebrity weddings.
Here we go. Great.
Eye on Hollywood, followed by Too Close for Comfort. Then,
I hate being tied down.
Oh, we don't have to do that.
a reunion with Reggie's high school pal changes his life. But Elizabeth is afraid she may be losing her man.
Don't count on it.
Reggie, followed by It Takes Two.
Tonight.
Oh, look, we hear it all the time. Do this, do that, you'll feel better. Maybe it's good advice, but do we listen? Like when I say call Sprint, stop paying so much for long distance. You say it's a hassle, I'm busy. But Sprint is easy to get and use. Just takes a push-button phone. One call and you're on your way to saving up to 50%. Hate to see you waste your money. Call Sprint, you'll feel better, you will. Are you listening? Call Sprint. Find out about it.
Look for your JCPenney coupon book in the mail this week with coupon savings from cover to cover. If you didn't receive a coupon book in the mail, your participating JCPenney has one just for you.
The Art of Negotiation, this week at 11.